Bros. Is this film a good film? I decided to give it a review because my opinion matters. Now, there's been a bit of controversy about Bros. It hasn't done very well at the box office, and apparently this might be due to some sort of disdain from the general public, or what they call in America the flyover states. I don't know why that is, because people just fly from New York to LA and LA to New York, and they don't bother looking at the rest of it. I don't know what that's all about, but anyway. And they're saying it's because everyday Americans hate love. Apparently they hate love. They have a disdain towards love, and that's why they don't like rom-coms, especially. Now, you know, a rom-com about two bros who are, like, getting it on, you know, it's probably not my cup of tea, but I know a good movie when I see one. I do. So, you know, I thought I'd give it a chance. Now, after watching Bros, the one thing that kept playing on my mind is this subplot in it that I just don't think worked, and I think that might be part of the problem. And it's involving one of the bros. I can't remember his name. He is training a pangolin to be a trampolinist for the Animal Olympics, and I was like, I just don't buy this. I've never heard of the Animal Olympics. I haven't bothered Googling whether it's a real thing or not, because Google's full of lies, so I don't know. So, well, there's no point. But so this trampolining pangolin, and the pangolin, like, you know, I get it that you want to use a real pangolin. I appreciate that. You know, we saw what Tom Cruise did in Top Gun Maverick. You know, everything's real. Yeah, cool. But when it comes to animals, you know, sometimes, especially in a comedy, you know, a CGI pangolin, I would have tolerated a CGI pangolin, because this pangolin just didn't give it its all. It was just not, it just, you know, it barely smiled during the happy scenes, and, you know, there's this one gross out scene, I won't spoil it, but, you know, it involves yogurt and a fire hydrant, and the pangolin should be going, ugh, but the pangolin was just like, you know, this face, like, and I was like, okay, I've never seen a pangolin in a movie before, okay, and representation is very important. So it's cool that they got the pangolin in, right? I get it. The pangolin community needs someone to look up to, but, like, this pangolin, you know, if you're gonna decide that we have to have a pangolin in this, and you can't find a good pangolin actor, like, get an armadillo to play a pangolin or something like that. I don't know. So that side, the part of the subplot. You know, what is Bros about? I mean, it's about two bros. They kiss, they hug, they hold hands, they tell jokes that you might have seen on Are You Being Served in the 1970s. If you're American and you're unfamiliar with Are You Being Served, or just go watch a clip and come back. But, yeah, you know, like, were the jokes funny? I mean, I don't know. When you're talking about touchy subjects, like the Armenian genocide, you can make jokes about it, I suppose, but, like, the ones in Bros, I was just like, you know, when you write a joke like that, you want to, like, write a draft, come back to it, and say, does this work? Is this worth the outrage? You know, is this funny? I just don't think they really thought about that. But the jokes about, this is actually really funny. The jokes about, oh no, that was a different movie. No, sorry, there wasn't. No, that wasn't a joke in Bros. Let's talk about, you know, the cinematography. Not very good. Sound design, fantastic. I didn't know it sounded like that. I had no idea. I did not know it sounded like that. I've never heard it. I've never, you know, clicked on one of those websites on the internet and done a search for that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Naughty website. I've never done that before. I had no idea it sounded like that, and I don't know how they recreated that sound. Maybe they did it for real, which would be quite stinky. But, like, but cool. That's fine. It's good sound design. You know, there's also a scene in there where they're throwing eggs at what seems to be an effigy of Margaret Sanger, and I was like, I don't quite understand this part of it, because the message of the film seemed to be pro what she's into, but then they're throwing eggs at her going, yeah, in your face, woman, dead woman. And I was like, it sort of came from nowhere, as if they were just, one of those films where like they do too much ad-libbing and improv, and they just thought, oh, this is so funny, but it didn't really like aid the story in any way, didn't push things forward. It was just apparently a funny bit, and I was like, I know, whatever your opinion of Margaret Sanger is, like, just having an effigy and people throwing eggs at it. And it could have been anybody. It could have been Florence Nightingale for all I know. I don't barely know what the woman looks like. And the effigy of it didn't look that much like anybody in history. It's only because they kept saying Margaret Sanger over and over again. I go, that must be Margaret Sanger. But like, what Hitchcock said, a great movie should be a movie that you can watch with the sound turned off and know exactly what's going on. And in that instance, I had no idea what was going on. Maybe they're trying to go for something real left field, something way out there that like Jean-Luc Godard would have done. Fair enough, okay. I get it. You're communists too. Good for you, but like, are they communists? That was kind of the political messaging. I was like, is this a communist film, or is this like a fascistic film? I couldn't quite tell. Was this, I wasn't too sure. And there were religious undertones. I'm not sure what religion it was. There was a few jokes that were just generally about religion, but they didn't really pinpoint which religion it was. It was like, oh, you believe in the sun god. And it's like, I don't. I believe in the moon god. And I was like, what religion are you trying to like lampoon in this? I wasn't quite sure. And spoiler alert, in the end, there's a wedding, and but the guy's marrying another guy, and the original guy is like, oh, I've got to stop this wedding because I love him so much. It's very cliched. We've seen that countless times. Like in that Mariah Carey video, we saw that already, didn't we? I don't know. I can't think of any movie where that happened, but definitely that Mariah Carey video, which makes you think, as a film that's about men that love men, is Mariah Carey the best reference point? How poppin' is Mariah Carey in the Pink Pound community? I don't know, but so I found that a bit strange. But all in all, apart from the effigies and the pangolin, and it was meh. It was all right. What would I give it out of 10? Like 4, but that's all right. It's a 4. It's a 4. There's way more successful movies that are 3s. Oh, that's a tragedy, isn't it? I don't know why people didn't go watch this movie. Maybe because they had stuff to do. Who knows? Like, I don't know. I don't have a clue. It was all right. I mean, it's a good like doing the washing up movie. You just turn it on, you're doing the washing up, so you can just hear something instead of the sounds of your internal hatred for yourself. It kind of works on that level. So it's all right like that. Sort of like, is it Ed Sheeran bad? No, it's not. It's not Ed Sheeran bad. Is it James Corden bad? No, but it might be Jamila Jamil bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Because she is aesthetically pleasing, but ooh, please don't talk. So I hope you enjoyed that movie of Bros. That review of the movie Bros. Next time, I'll be doing probably Schindler's List.